In previous lecture, we have already discussed about the SOA, SOS and REST model of second unit. Now in this video, we have described about the web services, what is the web services and how we will deal with the concept of web services. Web service is a standard medium to propagate communication between the client and the server applications on the World Wide Web. Means how we can communicate, how we can send the data, how we can receive the data, or how client request for a data and how server response for the data. These are all included in the web services. A web services is a software module that is designed to perform a certain set of tasks. The web services can be searched for over the network and can also be invoked accordingly. When invoked, the web services would be able to provide the functionality to the client which invoked that web services. So for a particular task, there is a web services, and all of you know that what is the web services. Basically, this is a medium which can communicate with the help of client to server, or we can say that it can communicate via means server to client. How web services work? So in this figure, you can see how a client can communicate with the server and how a server responds to the client. So this one is the client, and this client make a request to the server with the help of internet, either it be LAN, WAN or WAN. So this client make a request to the server, and this server respond to the client. This is the web services work. How a web service work? This is the simple scenario, and this one server hosting the web services, which all services are available in the web server will respond to the client. So this one is the way how a client can communicate with the server, or how a client request for a data and server response for the data with the help of web services. Now there are basically two types of web services. First one is SOAP, SOAP web services, and second one is a RESTful web services. Now, what is the SOAP web services and what is the RESTful web services? We study in detail. First one is a SOAP. SOAP is a stand for Simple Object Access Protocol. This one is the full form of SOAP. So basically, SOAP known as a Transport Independent Message Protocol. This one is the message protocol known as a Transport Independent Message Protocol, and SOAP is based on transferring XML data as SOAP message. All of you know what is the XML, extensible markup language, what is the structure of XML. This already we have already. So SOAP is based on the transferring XML data as a SOAP message, and each message has something which is known as an XML document. Only the structure of the XML document follow a specific pattern, but not the content. Means what are the steps to form an XML document will follow a specific pattern, and this specific pattern is described by the XML. But what will be the content? It is depend on the developer what the content he will be put on the web services or any services. And the best part of the web services and SOAP is that it's all sent via hypertext transfer protocol. So all the web services and simple object access protocol sent through hypertext transfer protocol, which is known as a standard web protocol. So here what a SOAP message consists. So each SOAP document need to have a root element, and this root element is known as a envelope. This one is a tag in the SOAP, and this tag is known as the envelope. This one envelope. So each SOAP document need to have a root element known as the envelope element, and the root element is the first element in the XML document. Means this root element is known as the envelope is the first element of the XML document. So first thing is what is the document name. Second one is the envelope. Envelope tag is turned again divided into two parts. The first is a header and the next one is the body. Means this SOAP again divided into two parts. First one is a header and this one is a, suppose this one is the header and second one is the body. Again the header, this one means the header contains the routing data, which is basically the information which tells the XML document to which client it need to be sent, and the body will contain the actual message. Means we can say that if we divide the envelope into two parts and one part is a header and second part is a body, the body part contain original message and header part contain the address to which we can send the data or which we can send information. So this one is the full scenario of a SOAP message. So again we uh, basically SOAP message contain a root element or known as the root tag, that is an envelope, and this envelope divided into two parts, header and body. Header contains the address for which information has to be sent, and body contains the original message or actual message. Fine. Next, how a client communicate with the server or how a server communicate with the client in the SOAP model. So this one is the client and this one is the server. Client make a request for any information to the server, and this one is the format of a SOAP, just like as XML but not exactly XML, it's just like as XML. This one is the tag m get and tutorial info, and we close the tag m get tutorial info. This one is the request for any request client make, and server response, that is a m tutorial info. Then again tag open name, message web services, tag close, and again tag close. So the same scenario or the same process we follow in the case of XML, we also follow in the case of SOAP. Second one is a WSDL. WSDL stands for Web Services Descriptions Language, and a web services cannot be used if it cannot be found. You all know. A web services cannot be used if it cannot be found. The client invoking the web services should know where the web services actually reside. The client application need to know what the web service actually does so that it can invoke the right web services, and this is done with the help of the WSDL known as the Web Services Descriptions Language. The WSDL file is again an XML based file which basically tells the client application what the web services does. And by using the WSDL document, the client application would be able to understand where the web services is located and how it can be utilized. And the important thing inside the WSDL document is first one, message. So the message parameter in the WSDL define is used to define the different data elements for each operation performed by the web services. Like I said, if we have two messages which can be exchanged between the web service and the client application, one is the tutorial request and other is the tutorial response, because client make a tutorial request to the server and server make a response to the client, that is the tutorial response operation. The tutorial request contain an element called tutorial ID, which is of the type string. Similarly, the tutorial response operation contain the element called tutorial name, which is also a type of string. So this one is the part of message. Second, port type. So actually, port type describes the operation which can be performed by the web service, and in our case this is called tutorial. This operation can take two messages. One is the input message and other is known as the output message. Third one is the binding. So this element contains the protocols which is used. So in our case, we are defining it to use. You can see the detail with the help of this link. You can copy and see the link uh, detail about the binding. So we also specify other details for the body of the operation, like the namespace and whether the message should be included. So this one is the WSDL document. Means what are the things inside the WSDL document? So we know that there is a message prototype. There is a two prototype, one for the input and another for the output. And for message, the client make a request to the server and server respond. So again, there is a two message, one for request and one for response. So this one is the WSDL. Now, next topic is a publish subscriber model. In publish subscriber is a synchronous message service that decouples services that produce event from services that process event. We can use public subscribe model as a messaging oriented middleware or event ingestion and delivery for streaming analytics pipeline. Public subscriber offer durable message storage and real-time message delivery with high availability and consistent performance and at scale. And public subscriber server run in all Google Cloud region around the world. Basically, this one is the public subscriber relationship, and there are some core concept in public subscriber, and the core concept is a topic, subscriptions, message, and message attribute. So what is topic? A name, a resource to which message are sent by publisher. Subscriptions is a name, resource representing the stream of message from a single specific topic to be delivered to the subscribing applications. And for the more detail, you can see the given link. Third one is a message. The combination of the data and optional attributes that a publisher sends to a topic and is eventually delivered to subscribers. Third one is a message attribute, a key value pair that a publisher can define for message, for example, key, language tag, and value into the added message. Means this one is the message attribute. Second one is the message, subscriptions, and topic. These are the core concepts, and we will study in the detail about the topic, subscriptions, message, and message attributes in this section. So this one is the first figure is publish subscriber relationship, and we have a three publisher: publisher A, publisher B, and publisher C. And each publisher have their own message, like as a publisher A has message 1, publisher B has message 2, and publisher C has message 3. Now this area is known as a cloud publisher subscriber. This one area is known as a cloud publisher subscriber. When publisher A have a message A with the topic A, this one is the topic A for the publisher A, which has the message 1, and this publisher A has a subscriptions XA, and this subscriptions XA has message 1, and this one is the subscriber X. Same scenario repeated for B. Here we will only see the relation between the subscriber and publisher. What is the relationship between the publisher and subscriber? Again, here is the subscriber and here is the publisher. Here is the publisher and the subscriber. We only see the relationship between the publisher and the subscriber, how they can communicate with each other. So with the help of here publisher A and publisher we have their own individual message, so we pass individual message to the subscriber X. But in the case of publisher C, these have the message 3, and this message has a topic name as C. Again, this topic can be shared with the help with subscriber Y, and the same topic can be shared with the subscriber Z. So in the cloud publisher subscriber model, this topic C again divided into two parts. First for subscriptions for Y, and which message C, and second one is subscriptions for Z with message C. So when topic C is divided into two parts, one for subscriber Y and other for subscriber Z, then this topic can be broken into two parts, and each individual parts have their own message, and this message can communicate with the individual subscriber. So here you can see two types of publisher subscriber relationship. First one is the individual publisher can communicate with the common subscriber. Means this one is the common subscriber for publisher A and publisher B. Or you can see that a single publisher can communicate with the more than one subscriber. This one is a single publisher C, and this publisher can communicate with the subscriber Y and subscriber Z. So this one is the publisher subscriber relationship. Again, publisher subscriber message flow, how a message can flow between the publisher and subscriber. So in the previous slide you have seen that you can count a single publisher subscriber relationship. So you can see here that a publisher have a message 1. Again, in the same case, of publishers have a message. In the previous slide, this message is sent to the topic, which one is the portion of cloud subscriber publisher subscriber relations. So again, this message has a topic, which one is the portion of cloud publisher subscriber. Again, this topic have a subscriptions. Here again, this topic has a subscriptions, and this subscriptions have a message, and this message can communicate with the subscriber. So what is the message flow? first one, a publisher have a message once, so this one is the first step. Again, this message is converted into topic and this topic sent to the message storage. So there is a second step, send the topic to the message storage, and this message storage is also the part of the cloud. Third step, the same topic is sent to the subscriptions level, and this subscriptions have a message, this message transfer to the subscriber. When subscriber receive a message, then send an acknowledgement to the subscriptions. So this one is the step. First, publisher send a message. Second step, the message converted into topic and a topic is stored in the message storage. And again in the third, topic sent to the subscriptions, and this subscriptions sent to the message to the subscriber. When a subscriber receive a message, send a subscriptions. In detail, here we can see the same thing in the detail. First one is a publisher application create a topic in the published subscription service and send a message to the topic A. A message contains a payload and optional attributes that describe the payload content. The service ensures that published messages are retained on half of subscriptions. A published message is retained for a subscriptions until it is acknowledged by any subscriber consuming messages from that subscriptions. Publisher subscriber forward message from a topic to all of its subscriptions individually. A subscriber receive the message either by publisher subscriber pushing them to the subscriber's chosen endpoint or by the subscriber pulling them from the services. The subscriber send an acknowledgement to the published subscriber service for each received message, this one, and the service remove acknowledgement message from the subscriptions message queue. So this one is the whole step. Which one we have say one first step, then second step, then third step, fourth and fifth. So this one is our first, this one is our second step, this one is our third step, this one is the fourth, this one is the fifth, and this one is the last. When subscriber send an acknowledgement, then subscriber remove the acknowledgement services from his message. Here a publisher and subscriber endpoint. First slide we have seen what is the relationship between the publisher and subscriber. Second one is the message flow between the publisher and subscriber, and third one is the endpoint of publisher and subscriber. So this one is the endpoint of publisher and subscriber. This first you can see that the services and the services are GCP, 3D party services, and on-prem legacy. And we have two another services. One is the IoT devices, and the second one is end user applications like as a mobile or web content or any website we have. So we already know that any software have 2 points. First one is a front end and second one is a back end. So end user applications like as a mobile app or web applications or IoT devices, these are the front end. And any services like GCP, third party services or on demand or legacy services, so these are the topics, and these topics is sent to the subscriber. And here is the steps how we send the topic to the subscriber. Firstly, topic sent to the subscriptions label, this convert the message, and finally message received the subscriber. After receiving the message, subscriber send an acknowledgement. So this one is the whole scenario how a publisher and subscriber endpoint. So front end topics can be again divided into the subscriptions and subscriptions, data flow or other processing services. This data flow or another processing services like as a transfer to data warehouse. Data warehouse means big query or with the help of Hadoop or cloud storage. Again, these are the data replicas, means same data can available more than one place, like as a mimic catch, read replica database or search index. Or we can say that the subscriptions can be provided to the microservices like as the VMware containers or App Engine or Cloud Function. Or this subscription can be transferred to the legacy or 3P services like as the on-prem, SEIM or CAS Cloud. So these are the endpoints where we can receive the data or where we can send the data or where we can respond to the data. What are the endpoints? These are the services. So this one is the topic. In next lecture, we see what is the virtualization and concept of the virtualization. Thank you.